Hi guys, it's Pete from Harry Solutions, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 4 megapixel Hikvision Darkfighter turret camera. So let's get stuck in. Now before we start today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you for coming along and watching the video. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and drop a comment if there's a particular Hikvision camera that you want to see on the channel, you want to see what it performs like in the day and during the night. Before you're purchasing it, give us a shout and we're more than happy to do a review on it. Today we're looking at this 4 megapixel turret camera from Hikvision. This is from the Easy IP range, and this particular camera is powered by Darkfighter. Now the powered by Darkfighter is an interesting feature that hopefully we'll be able to see more of when we get it outside, get it mounted on our test rig outside. But it gives the camera the ability to stay in full color down to about 0.08 lux. Once the light levels drop below that, the infrared will kick in, the picture will go into a black and white, and the infrared range on these is rated to about 30 meters, or 30 meters on the spec sheet. I'm going to drop the camera code into, the camera codes are too long to put onto the video, so I'm going to drop the camera codes in the comments below, or the description below, so you can all go away. If you need any more information, you can check out our website, which is harrysolutions.co.uk. So let's get unboxing it. So this is a quick unboxing and see what's inside it. So if we take these out, it comes in this quite nice feeling cardboard actually. Inside there you get the manual, you get the drill template. So if you were drilling this through a wall and you wanted to see where you needed to screw to, or if you were putting it onto a soffit and you were just coring out, you were using your hole saw and holding out a small little hole, you could stick this template to the wall or to the soffit, and that'll give you a diagram as to where you can drill or put your hole saw through. Don't really tend to use those myself. In fact, I've never used them. I just throw them away. Packaging. We'll come back to that because that is a vital part of the camera. The screws, which are rubbish, just throw them away and use some decent wood screws. A tea bag, and then the camera itself. So the cameras come in a white, a black, and a grey. Now I don't have the grey here today, but the grey is actually my favourite out of the two, and I suspect that Hik will drop one of these colours eventually, because it seems daft for them to make a grey and a black, because they are. This is more of a jet. It's a very jet black, but I imagine that they'll bin off either the grey or the black, and I'm hoping it's the grey stays, because it's the middle ground between these two. It's quite a stylish looking grey. So that's the white. You'll notice on the front of it, it's got two lenses. One is for the infrared and some of the sensors, and the other is for the lens itself, which is the camera. On the pigtail, you've got a 12-volt power underneath that bung. You've got 12-volt power, so if you wanted to power this completely separately from a 12-volt power supply, you can do, although we always use PoE, which is power over Ethernet, where the recorder or a PoE switch or a PoE injector passes power down the cable straight into the camera, and it powers it and passes data back to the recorder or the laptop or whatever you're viewing it on. This, which I came onto just then, is the waterproof connector. Now, the amount of installs we've been to look at jobs and these aren't fitted, these are vital, really, and I wouldn't be surprised if they void the warranty if you don't use them. So the idea behind them is, and I'll just take it to bits. You will fit your cable through this bit, so this will be your cable, and then this little rubber ring sits on the camera over there, and then once you've connected your cable, put your crimp your end onto, and you've put your end into your camera, you slide that down the cable and that just slots onto there, and you screw that completely tight. And that creates a waterproof seal for your connector, because any moisture, if you've got a cable that's coming down the wall that's not got a drip loop in or has been installed incorrectly, and water's dripping into your base or into your waterproof box, without this, that water's getting into these joints and will eventually damage the camera, or has the potential to fry the camera. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the camera outside, we're going to mount it to our rig, we're going to leave it overnight, and then that will give us a full day and night footage of the camera that we can compare to other cameras on our YouTube channel, and should hopefully give you as the buyer a bit more of an insight into how this camera performs. So let's get outside. Hi guys, right, so we're around the back of our offices now. I've installed the camera onto our test rig. The camera will stay there now for probably 12 hours or so we can get some great day and nighttime footage on it. I'd also like to point out we wouldn't normally ever install our cameras into whisker boxes next to the camera. It just looks messy. We'd always use the bases, but buying the bases for every single camera that we're going to do a review on is going to get a little bit expensive. So yeah, we're going to leave that camera there now for the next 12 hours to get some great day and nighttime footage on it, and I'll check back with you guys in the morning. Good morning everyone. So we are back at the office. It's now more than probably 12 hours later, but we're going to head inside now, and I'll sit at my desk and we'll compare day and nighttime footage. Okay, so we're back in the office now at my desk, and I'm going to run SADP tool, which is a tool created by Hikvision for accessing, setting up, changing the configuration or basic configuration of their equipment. It actually works really well, but for now it just gives me the opportunity to grab the IP address of the equipment that we can then use to plumb into Internet Explorer. I use Internet Explorer because it just seems to work. I never really have many problems. The plugin always activates itself, and it doesn't run without too many issues. I suspect we'll have to look to move away from Internet Explorer over the next few months, maybe year, as Windows will probably pull it from one of the updates that they send out, and we'll be stuck with Edge. So, but for now, it works absolutely fine, and allows us to do what we need to while we're on site with customers. So if I hit go, you can see the live view of the camera as it stands now. They're really clear cameras. These are brilliant Hikvision cameras. If I hit playback, we'll see some footage from yesterday. Let's hit search. Yeah, so there we are. It's been actually a really good couple of days to do some filming on these cameras because the weather's just been with us, which is fantastic. The rain has stayed off, and we certainly haven't got the snow that was forecast. But you can see on these that it's really clear picture. Number plates that are in front of the camera are really clear. We can use a digital zoom on these, so we can zoom right in and drag and zoom right in, but it is a digital zoom, so all you're doing is grabbing pixels and bringing them closer to you, so it does appear more and more distorted the further you look to scroll in or to zoom in, but certainly anything that's you know quite close to the camera is still quite clear, and the digital zoom just is that added bonus of just getting that little bit closer towards things like number plates or logos on jackets and things like that. The great thing about these Darkfighters is, and I'll whiz it on, you'll see this as the timeline moves along, is that the cameras stay in a full colour mode right down to the last minute. I mean, like we said previously, they stay in full colour down to 0.008 lux, which is really, really low. And you can see if I just drag it to, yeah, so this is now nearly 8:15, and the camera stayed in full colour. We've literally just clicked over to British summertime here in the UK. You can see we've come over to April. Our British summertime changes at the end of March. But even so, if this was January and the light levels were at this level, then it would stay in full colour like this, right down. I suspect if I start moving it any more, we'll see that it'll click into a black and white infrared mode. That's 25 past. See, again, it's right down to the last minute here, because you can see the road really clearly. Everything's in colour. The number plate's still there. You can see what colour cars are driving past. It's really helped by the ambient lighting that's around it. If I was it on now to about 1 in the morning, say 1:30, around there, yeah, we can see that the camera's now clicked into its night vision mode. It's been raining during the night, so there is there's kind of a glisten on the floor, and that's just caused by standing water. But then again, a really clear image, really helped by the ambient lighting that's around it, but again helped by the fact that these are Darkfighter Hikvision turret cameras. The only dark spots really are around the left hand side here where the tree is, but the tree's shading that, and the infrared isn't necessarily casting over to that way. If you look at the angle of the camera, the wall being here, the camera's pointing more towards the right than anywhere else. If we brought that round a bit more, I imagine that this area here would be illuminated. And if that was an area that the customer wanted to cover, then we would move the camera to make sure that then was covered. But yes, again, there's a really clear picture. One thing you'll notice is the number plates disappeared. All infrared cameras will do this. We can adjust it so that they can see number plates, but we can't then adjust it to see a clear image of what its surroundings and number plates. ANPR cameras are designed specifically to see number plates, so we can't. You wouldn't see much of what's going on around here. You would just see a black image with a clear number plate. But for everyday kind of use like this, you'll see it like this. I might be able to actually get this into some sort of full colour mode, or I'd like to have a play around with the settings actually and see if I can get this to even turn off the infrared shutter to force it back into daytime mode and see what the image looks like, because there is a lot of ambient light around here from the street lights, from the traffic lights. This is a main road near our office, near to the centre of Leyland, so yeah, it's quite well illuminated. But then again, we may find that then causes the area down here to become quite dark. So just to recap and give you a comparison over the two cameras, we've got some captures that I got earlier, like Blue Peter. Here's what I prepared earlier of day versus night on these Hikvision 4 megapixel Darkfighter turret cameras, and there you have it. Day on the left and day on the right, night on the left, obviously. You can see the fantastic cameras, really popular within the domestic. We're going to do a comparison with the colour view cameras as well. The colour view cameras definitely beat these all over, but if for the cost of these cameras compared to the colour views, they are fantastic. If you do need any more information, please don't hesitate to hit our website, which is harrysolutions.co.uk. Our number's on there. Thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Like I say, if there's a camera that you're looking at purchasing and you want to know some more information about it, you want some expert advice on it, drop us a comment below and we'll try and get a video done on it for you. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.